$126. That's the price of oil this morning. The global markets aren't just dipping, they are in a state of absolute collapse. This isn't just a bad day on Wall Street. The rules of the game are being rewritten in real time. If you look at a map, you'll see the global order being redrawn in real time. We are officially in the middle of the 2026 Gulf crisis. This is the moment that changes everything, and the stakes have never been higher. This isn't some distant desert skirmish. We're watching the world's first truly digital war, where high-tech eyes in the sky are the primary weapons. I've got the intelligence data that explains exactly how this collapse happened. But before we dive in, you need to understand the new rules of engagement. In a crisis this fast, being an hour late to the news is the same as being blindsided. Things are moving too quickly to rely on yesterday's assumptions. That's why Undercurrent exists. We track the shifts so you can stay ahead of them. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and never be the last to know. If you're the captain of a 100,000-ton American warship, you're used to feeling like the biggest guy in the room. You've got the radar, the jets, and the full weight of the US Navy behind you. By every conventional metric of the last 50 years, you are untouchable. But right now, 200 miles above your head, a Russian-made satellite is quietly watching you. It isn't just taking pictures. It's feeding your exact coordinates, your speed, and your wake pattern directly to the people who want to sink you. This isn't theory. This is the Kayam satellite, a joint venture between Iran and Russia, built on the aging but effective Russian Canopus V system. Operating 300 miles above the Earth, this constellation provides imagery at 1-meter resolution, revisiting the same target 4 times a day. While 1-meter resolution is antiquated by Western standards, it is lethal for static targets like embassies and refineries. This intelligence has been used to refine targeting for critical sites like the US Embassy in Riyadh and the Aramco refinery at Ras Tanura. At sea, the KM feed acts as a queuing mechanism, providing the location data to deploy secondary tracking assets like skiffs. But Russian imagery is just the foundation. Chinese technology has introduced a significantly more dangerous capability: real-time video. The Iranians have gained access to the Changguang network, which utilizes approximately 300 Jilin-1 mini-satellites. This system provides 0.5-meter resolution imagery and advanced hyperspectral sensors that can see through conventional camouflage. Crucially, it provides live video of moving targets. For the first time, Iranian-backed forces can watch US warships in real time. This technological pipeline was proven when the US Coast Guard cutter Clarence Sutphin Jr. intercepted a high-stakes shipment. Inside, they found Chinese military-grade networking equipment designed specifically to receive and process high-bandwidth satellite data. To mask this transfer, a Shanghai-based company named Mizar Vision has emerged as a critical node for plausible deniability. Mizar Vision began publishing high-quality annotated imagery just 1 week before the start of major regional escalations. They release military-grade targeting data for free under the guise of open-source intelligence, masking the direct superpower support. This has forced Western commercial imagery providers to shut down public postings in conflict areas to prevent their data from being weaponized. The result of this surveillance became reality on February 28th, when the Middle East became a full-blown inferno. The US and Israel launched massive coordinated strikes on nuclear sites and missile bases, but the Iranian response was instant. They hit back with a level of precision that shocked the world, targeting US bases in Kuwait, Bahrain, and Qatar. 9 countries were caught in the crossfire of a war where moving ships and remote installations were tracked with impossible accuracy. Analysts realized that for the first time, a nuclear superpower was actively helping an adversary put crosshairs on American forces. How does this data become action? It flows through the Houthi Jihad Council in Sana'a, managed by the IRGC. A senior IRGC officer serves as the primary conduit for satellite intelligence from Russian and Chinese sources. The IRGC spy ship MV Behshad, renamed the Mensar, remains stationed off Eritrea's Dalak Bank. It acts as a forward-deployed signals intelligence and radar platform, refining the coarse satellite data for tactical use. Local fishing boats and coastal radar provide the final tactical coordinates for anti-ship cruise missiles and suicide drones. This synthesis of Russian imagery and Chinese real-time video has fundamentally altered the risk profile for US forces. On March the 2nd, the situation went from a military crisis to a global economic emergency. Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz. 20% of the world's oil and nearly half of the world's sulfur and fertilizer passed through this 21-mile-wide choke point. When Iran shut the door and started hitting tankers with drone boats, the global economy hit a brick wall. Oil prices exploded to $126 a barrel. Qatar Energy, the biggest LNG exporter, declared force majeure. The world was broken. Qatar Energy basically declared that the world was too broken for them to honor their contracts. Stagnation began. In the Gulf states, grocery shelves began going empty within weeks. In the US, fertilizer prices doubled overnight. We are looking at the biggest energy disruption in history, twice as severe as the 1973 oil embargo. The math has changed. Iran doesn't have to win a sea battle. They just have to make it so dangerous that insurance won't cover ships. If you can't insure the cargo doesn't move. It's a blockade by math and fear rather than just hulls and guns. So where does that leave us? We're looking at a world where the old assumptions are dead. That era is over. Russia is trading satellite data for Iranian drones, and the old order is being rewritten in orbit right now. If an enemy holds the map to your every move, your invincible warship is just a very expensive target. The question isn't whether the old system is ending, it already has. The real question is, what kind of world are we building in the wreckage?